Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to Neverwinter Nights 2, where we have opened up the evil portal to the center of the evil maze, sanctum of evil devils, demons and such evil. And we're about to go through to try and rescue Shandra, who is apparently trying to rescue us. It's a very roundabout rescuing thing, and I think we're all getting played by demons and devils. But let's check with the potential mastermind of this Mephasm. The way to the laboratory is open. Go quickly. Alright, that's not much to say, so let's go. Well, this looks like a boss battle arena if I ever seen one.
An alarm?
We must have tripped a mage's ward. Be on your guard.
Yeah, there's the two guy.
Intruders, unbidden and unwelcome. Are you prepared to pay the price?
Let me guess, the price is death, right? Why am I not surprised to find you here?
You? How you entered this place is a mystery, but it was a mistake. One which will soon be why you have brought gifts. You carry the shards. And one is even lodged inside you. Interesting.
Wow, you're quick to pick that one up.
Your hands and from your corpse.
I guess he's not one for diplomacy, it seems. Okay, let's do the boss battle. He seems to be magic-y, so I'm going to start with a word of faith. Word of faith is a very good thing here. And for her, we're gonna start with premonition on herself.
Who's for a fight? Come on!
She obviously can't cast spells, so just
and this'll all be over.
attack. And I guess Cassifer also has out spells, so just where the fuck? Just attack there. Yeah, go smash the demons. Very good. Okay, so we got that spell off. I don't know if it did much, but we got the spell off. So, next up, spell resistance. This way, he won't be pulling so much and I think we're supposed to smash these things. Because he is invisible. Yeah, okay, hey team, time to bash some stuff in. We don't know what it does, but it's spiky and ugly looking. We don't like that.
Of course.
I am with Suni. We smash ugly things.
And all within it.
So long as they're evil. And I think this thing is pretty, these things are evil. Yeah, we're going into the same...
Yes.
Oh, okay, they actually do smash the things right here. So... might as well send them loose. Guess we smashed that one as well. And that should hopefully get him out of his invincible. Okay, he's just gonna stand there. Ah! He might be blind! I think he might be blind. Well then, what can we do about it? How about we give Cassifer true seeing?
Yes.
Ah, he is back to his senses. That's not good.
To the fight, my friends! Attack!
Yeah, but he is getting hit in the face by a paladin. A warlock getting hit in the face by a paladin isn't a great time for the warlock usually. So this is gonna burn my fellas too, but yeah. Let's actually provide some... can we actually do it on other people? No, I have to do it on myself. Okay, so we're gonna go here. And then do the big battle type buff. There we go. Oh, here we go.
You think you have won?
Yeah, it was pretty
You are
easy.
fools. The Haven, it is the source of my power.
Looks like you're not so tough after all. King of Shadows, my tail.
This feels wrong. Even within this place, this sorcerer does not feel like our adversary.
Something does not
Yeah,
ring
he's
true
way too
here.
weak.
This sorcerer, he cannot be the King of Shadows.
I won't do what you want. There's another way. There has to be.
Of course there is. But the only other way
Wow.
is letting its friends
That
die
incel demon's
here,
actually talking to a
now.
woman.
You're lying.
Shandra, even you know the truth can wound more than any lie.
You and your allies are stronger than I anticipated. But I will bear these indignities no longer. This entire sanctuary is my weapon. All who are trapped here fuel my power. I can harness the energies
haven't
of
even
this
seen
place,
it.
bind them to me. I can summon flame from the walls, turn the air in your lungs to fire. And you
Joke's
are
on you,
nothing
I'm resistant
more
to
than
fire.
leaves caught in a storm. Did you really think you could face me here and survive?
Yeah, kinda did. And yeah, he's just going
Feels
for
it.
Dragon Ball
Lives
Z
of those
Frieza.
others are about to be snuffed out.
I have another form to
The
transform to.
decision of Shandra of
Powers up.
Jero will matter not, and Ammon Jero will have this day.
It can't be him. It makes no sense. How did he survive? Where has he been? And
Yep.
why? After all this time?
Do such questions matter when death is so close at hand? The wizard they face is blood of Jero. It knows this.
They
As
do
for those
switch
you
their
travel
classes around a
with,
lot, do they?
reach out
Sorcerer,
to them.
wizard, warlock.
Feel them die.
You can't beat him. The only way to do it is to free the demons. They're granting all his power.
That's just get out of here then!
There's a way to stop him, but it's going to require some blood being spilt. Mine.
Listen, we're not beaten yet, so just keep yourself safe.
There's no way I'm letting you die. Not after all we've been through.
What do I need to do?
It already knows the blood of Jero allows free travel in this place, so it can travel easily to each one caged. But if it wishes to set us free, shedding of Jero blood is all that is needed.
Seems like a very poor,
And
poor
what
prison
is this
system.
delightful little present? Oh, my dear, you've cut yourself. Now, why would you do such a thing?
Oh, don't act like you are off after all this whole scheme.
Yes, you are almost done. This pain will soon end, and your sacrifice will save the souls of many.
This is the end for you. I will bury your bodies in the walls of this place and leave you to... What have you done? No!
I beat you with like a hammer
Tell
a
me
lot.
he did not just run from us. Oh, he's really making me mad.
If he escapes, we will have to fight him again, and he will be better prepared. We must pursue him.
I command you, stay! I am your master, your lord!
Command me? You command nothing, Jero. But know that it is I who have set your undoing in motion, and with a truth, no less. Whether you die or live, I will see you soon, I think.
Bloody incel demon.
Return to the circle! It binds you, and through it...
A woman has undone you, Jero. As it should be. Don't fret. We shall see you again.
It's interesting that they just seem to try and get out of here.
Zaxis will tear you limb from limb, Jero.
Oh, so that's how he
Stitch you
sounds
back
like.
together into new shapes with your own sinew. And after that, Zaxis will cut you and wear your hollowed-out skin on my talons like a glove.
Every circle broken, and without me knowing
Oh, maybe
it
he
being
just
done.
teleports them away.
Ah, Jarrow. Just in time to see my departure. I did so want to see your face as I slipped from your grasp.
You. Who has done this? I must know.
By your own blood betrayed, Jarrow. I would stay and savor your imminent death if I could, but I have already tasted your bloodline, and such a sweet, noble thing it is.
Betrayed. But I still have the power to stop it. There is still time. You, answer me. How was this done? You see plots within plots. I command you, answer me.
Of all the circles and wheels, plots and deceptions, you still have the audacity to blame me for what your blindness has wrought. I could not have orchestrated
That should
such a
be like
tragedy
a
as has befallen
compliment
you, little
to a
wizard.
devil.
I admit a trace of envy winds its way around my heart. Perhaps we shall speak of it in a time not far from now, when you burn upon my fires. But for now, go to the last and see the truth for what it is.
Me phasm.
Look, you can't go like both to hell and to the abyss at the same time.
What you have done is brave, but foolish, Shandra Jarrow.
You, girl! You did this!
My friends, are they...
Your friends live, but you will not! You destroyed my summoning circles!
I think he's having a bit of a tantrum.
You set the deadliest creatures in the lower realms free! You have weakened me, and in so doing, you have earned death.
I know, Grandfather. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not really.
Grandfather, what is this?
It is truth, Ammon, and by such truths is one damned.
I have no kin. All were killed in the war against the King of Shadows. It's not possible.
Blood finds a way, Ammon.
Just like nature's.
You lie!
You know only Jarrow blood could have broken the circles in this haven, as her blood has now broken mine. There are laws, Jarrow, and when one carries such laws too far, they will take you where I go now.
So that's what Mephasm sounds like. Also, I hope we get our loot back from her body. Okay, so we run after him through portals or something? Anyway, first we look about for loot. Doesn't seem to be loot. Oh, wait. Yes, there is. There's a scroll of remove disease. Not the most impressive reward we could have gotten, but it's something. Guess we go through the wobbly evil portal? Yeah, let's do that. Can't seem to loot that body. That's very bad.
He killed Shandra. Let's gut him.
Hell
Shandra.
yeah!
Her life. I can't even feel it. It's gone.
If he does not surrender, we will fight. It is his choice.
Yeah, I think in this case the first one. Turn and face me, Jarrow. You will die where you stand.
Kill me now, and this place will collapse, and we will all die. In my blindness, I have done a great wrong. Perhaps it is not too late to rectify it. And where one was lost, I still might save you all. Only a fraction of power remains in my haven, but it will be enough to take us from this place.
Shouldn't we take the body? 'Cause, you know, resurrection spells are a thing. I can actually do that myself. Much later.
So that's Ammon Jero. Not dead after all. Glad we made sure of that before running into his labyrinth of demons.
Yes, he is alive, and he is much more powerful than tales ever indicated.
More powerful than some wizard, anyway.
More powerful than you, Quara, and you would do well to believe me.
So what now? We imprison him? Throw him to the watch?
Tell me you're joking. He'll send the entire district to the abyss and then he'll come after us.
Justice must be served. But I am not certain he would find justice within Neverwinter's walls.
We could throw him off the docks.
I say we get what we need from him, then take care of him. No one needs to know.
He murdered Shandra Jero, and he must answer for it. But we will not answer murder with murder.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry. I still don't understand what went wrong. Was there no way to stop Shandra from doing what she did? It just makes no sense.
Sadly, no.
There is no sense to be made of it, Grobnar. Now we must simply accept. It is our leader I am worried about.
The will of Ammon Jero is broken, and this makes him dangerous. But no, it also makes him of use.
I think we're pretty torn up about the whole Shandra thing. He killed Shandra. He must answer for his crimes.
Know that Shandra killed herself in breaking the circles to save us. Ammon merely hastened that end. Among my people, what Shandra did is a thing of honor, and its consequences should be honored as well. Know that Ammon is the enemy of the Githyanki, and all he has done to fight the King of Shadows. It would be well for us to share words with him. If his knowing becomes ours, our strength increases. Speak to him and see where his allegiances lie.
We don't really
Why did you
want
bring
to do
her to
that.
my haven? Even though she was of my bloodline, you knew she did not have the strength to survive there.
She would have survived if you hadn't killed her.
If you had known what you were walking into and left the matter to me, she would be alive and I would still be at my full power. But yes, I bear responsibility for her death. The Jero bloodline now only resides in me. And the King of Shadows, he has won a victory against us this day without striking a blow.
What were you doing in your haven?
I have fought the King of Shadows before. As soon as I became aware of the threat he represented to Neverwinter, to the realms, I fought him. I have made pacts. I have studied him, tried to learn his weaknesses and the extent of his power. And always it has been a war with few victories. Surely you know of the ritual of purification. You should know that I have performed part of the ritual myself already. Without it, we cannot strike at the King of Shadows, and the battle is lost before it begins.
Yeah, but you wanted to kill us, even though we did most of the ritual. You're a loony. That's a stupid question. Why do you want to stop the King of Shadows?
Why do I wish to stop the King of Shadows? Perhaps this is a question you should ask yourself, since your motivation in all of this has been unclear from the start.
Not really. What do you mean?
Does he threaten you specifically?
Yes.
Do you feel that the Sword Coast cast beneath shadow would be an unwelcome thing? All life turned to death and ghosts? Or perhaps you would simply sleep better at night, knowing that a twisted remnant of the Ilfarn Empire was as dead and buried as they are?
Okay, so motivational question, interesting. So the bottom ones are not it here for Denzon. Denzon is hero man, hero thing with the power of love and all that. So I don't think it's right. The people of the Sword Coast do not deserve the suffering and death the King of Shadows will cause.
I think you will find we are of the same opinion on the matter, though I suspect our methods differ.
Oh yes, greatly.
I wish to stop the King of Shadows because he is a threat to not only the people of Neverwinter, but to the Sword Coast and Ferron itself. That is all. And while simple, it is the truth. Despite whatever onus has been placed on my actions, desperate measures were required to stop him the first time, and will be again. More can be saved as a result, and that is all that matters now.
Kill the few to save the many.
Yes, an unpopular idea for anyone who does not truly see the threat to this plane.
It's not acceptable to me, and furthermore, I don't believe we need to make such pseudo-sacrifice to win this war.
And that, Captain, is why you will need me in the times ahead, and why I will bear your presence for now.
I am familiar with the ritual to free him, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
The King of Shadows is no mortal creature. He is not human, more a force than anything else. But there is something that can harm him. Those shards you have, they are part of the Sword of Gith.
Kalakcha.
Once the King of Shadows was driven back by Githyanki warriors wielding hundreds, maybe thousands of those blades. But the Sword of Gith is more than a simple silver sword.
Well, they aren't really simple.
It can wound the King of Shadows, like it did once long ago. A part of the blade got lodged in your chest in the battle in West Harbor when you were a child. And whether you like it or not, you are now that weapon. The more shards you gather, the stronger that weapon becomes.
I am really glad
Together,
I don't have the voice
the
this
King
guy.
Of Shadows, and we must.
This guy's voice must be murder on the throat. We say together.
I have completed part of the ritual of purification. If you kill me, the battle is lost as soon as my heart stops beating. Without me, you cannot win. Whatever punishments you think I deserve, I will suffer 1,000-fold, well beyond anything your small mind can imagine. But I will strike at the King of Shadows before I leave this plane, and you will have no stronger ally than I in this, both in knowledge and power.
Press X to doubt. I don't like it, but I will need your help then.
Then we must gather our forces against the King of Shadows. Even now, his presence is extending from the Mare of Dead Men. The high road has become impassable. My scouts, now vanished, reported legions of shadows and undead stirring within the mare, and a sphere of darkness expanding from the heart of the swamp, killing all life it touches.
Yes, we have already noticed that.
We cannot stop him alone. With my powers weakened, my demons are no longer bound to me. You will need an army to face him.
Well, we have that. Or we're building that at least. So that is sadly the end of Shandra. And we didn't get the loot back she was carrying. That is bad. She was carrying some expensive stuff. I wonder how that's handled if she was actually carrying quest items. Is that maybe transferred to Ammon Jero? I don't think it is. Suppose we can try and
yes.
Get something. I have some questions for you then.
No doubt.
You said you completed the last part of the ritual of purification.
I did. But before I could reach the other statues, the Shadow Reaver arrived. And even with my allies, I could not stand against him. Now each of us bears the necessary pieces of the ritual. And together, we are the only ones who can harm him. Like it or not, we need each other if we are to succeed.
Right, so you couldn't take on one little Shadow Reaver with all your demons, and we only smashed one. But still, we smashed one. We're better. Ha! What does your ritual power do?
When the time is right, I will show you, not before. Part of power comes in knowing when to keep it a secret, and sharing it only with those you trust.
Fun! How can the ritual stop the King of Shadows?
If the Githzerai did not already explain, the ritual is designed to unmake the Ilfon Guardian, which the King of Shadows once was, and still is in part. But the Guardian is a shell, a vessel for what the King of Shadows has become. When it drew life from the Shadow Weave long ago, it became something else, something greater. Still, its outer skin is that of the Guardian. We must break that armor first, and once shattered, then we may strike at his essence.
With the sword, right. When do we perform the full ritual?
We must do it within the King of Shadows' fortress, as near to his heart as possible. Within the Mare of Dead Men, or the Merdelaine as the Druidess calls it. There is where we must go.
But the mare is surrounded by a cloud that devours all life.
Yes, I know. I do not know how to defeat such a shield yet, but we must find a way.
And once the shell's broken, how do we strike at his essence?
To do that, will require the Sword of Gith, which you carry with you. The silver swords of the Githyanki are the only weapons I have seen that have harmed the King of Shadows. And the Sword of Gith is the mightiest of such weapons.
Yeah, I believe that might be because I believe the swords, the silver swords, are actually crafted from the dead, basically from the dead corpses of gods. So, yeah, that might hurt something like the King of Shadows or anything else. But I'm not 100% sure on that, so 80% sure. But the sword of the Gith is broken.
That fact did not escape me. We will need to remake it if we are to succeed.
And do you know how to reforge the sword?
No, but it is something we must discover, and soon. I do not believe reforging the sword will require all the shards. But as I have never done such a thing, I do not know for certain. The Githzerai who travels with us may know more. In that, she may have some use.
And are you sure this sword can kill the King of Shadows?
No.
Great. And what are our chances of success then?
I do not know. Greater than nothing, I suspect. But it is a chance we must take.
So there is a chance? There's a chance that there's a chance. Very good. That means it's almost 100% guaranteed, because if it's a 90, if it's only a tenth of a tenth of a tenth,
no doubt,
then it's almost guaranteed. Law of drama, don't you know? Why was it such a surprise that Shandra was still alive?
How any of my kin managed to survive is a mystery to me. It seems the Jero line is more resilient than I thought. But yes, I thought the Jero line had been ended in the war with the King of Shadows. During the battles that waged near the Mare, near Highcliff, there was so much chaos, I thought what remained of my family was lost. Now, they truly are.
Was it loss of your family that drove you to fight?
This useless tracking through old memories has no bearing on our current quest. Let us focus on the present, not what or why I did things in the past.
Yeah, he wants to be all macho man.
No doubt.
So why did you choose now to reveal yourself?
I have only recently escaped my imprisonment in the lower planes. And since then, I have fought to re-establish my stronghold and gather my forces, which you have ruined with your carelessness.
Where were you being held?
Let us leave it for another time. It has no bearing on our present situation.
He is not very cooperative, is he? What can you tell me about the King of Shadows?
That is a long tale. Some pieces of the tale I gave when we escaped. But there is more, yes. As you probably already know, the King of Shadows was once a creation, a guardian of Ilfan. By tapping into the power of the Weave, the source of all magic in Faerun, Ilfan sought to make an invincible protector to shield its borders.
Yes, we have heard, but it became corrupted.
Yes. Ilfan's enemies, the Netherese, in their quest for power ended up disrupting the Weave. The Guardian relied on the Weave to sustain itself. Without it, it was forced to seek another source of power in order to continue to protect Ilfan. It found a darker source of magic, the Shadow Weave, and tapping into it, transformed the Guardian of Ilfan into something else, the King of Shadows.
Yes, we already asked that.
Yes, the Guardian, it found a darker source of
already
magic. A man,
repeating.
perhaps. Who it was, I was never able to determine. But whoever it was,
He
was
must be
willing
the
to give up
badass.
himself to protect his empire. Give up his sense of self, his identity. It is no small sacrifice.
For a member of such a society, it would not have been much of a choice. It would have been his duty.
Perhaps. Perhaps he saw the rightness of his actions, and there was no way to see what harm would come from it. There is a certain sympathy I have for such a man.
Oh yeah, so you
for
see
someone
yourself as
willing
that.
to make that choice.
What do you mean?
He cast away his family, his ties to his people, and he ended up suffering for it while attempting to save them. Such a motivation is not hard to understand. Even more now, to see the King of Shadows reviled for what he has done, and knowing that at its core, he sought only to protect the people under his care. Now, its people are gone, and even knowing its failure, it still seeks to protect its empire and, most importantly, itself.
And how will it do that, the protecting of a dead empire?
If it frees itself, it will seek to destroy anything that threatens it. You first, then I. Then it will destroy all civilization on the Sword Coast, where its former empire lay. And from then on, I do not know what it will do. But the coast shall become as the Mare is now, lifeless. Its only people raised from the dead to become the shades of the new Ilfan Empire.
Also, another thing we need to talk about. He kind of killed our mother and our village and everything. He's a dick. But we cannot bring that up right now, apparently. What do you know about the Silver Shards?
The shards, including the one lodged within you, are part of the Sword of Gift. Its history is a tiresome one. Ask the Gift Zerai if you would know more. She could no doubt recite countless metaphors concerning Gith and Zerthamon. The importance of the shards is that once recast into a blade, it is likely to have the power to harm the King of Shadows, and as such, is vital to our quest.
And why only the Silver Shards?
I do not know. Perhaps their extraplanar origin is what makes the King of Shadows vulnerable to them. There may be some secret in their creation that is unknown to me, that may make them effective as well. Regardless, the King of Shadows is vulnerable to them, and to the Sword of Gith most of all.
Now that's curious.
No doubt.
So you have a lot of disdain for the Gith Sarai.
Disdain? I hardly consider her worthy of emotion at all. She is a blind follower, an adherent of her own people's history. There is blindness in such things.
Well, we want to get some influence with Amon, so I guess she has her uses, as do you.
Yes, that is true. She has insights that we may not, and if nothing else, is an extra target for those who seek to harm us. What of her people? Where are they against this threat? We need allies who understand our enemy, yet her people do nothing. The people of Farron are ignorant of the King of Shadows, yes, but her people are not.
I do not know where they are.
And neither do I. A question she could ask, perhaps, before we all lie dead at the King of Shadows' hands.
They probably do not care because they live on an entire different plane, and if the King of Shadows only after, only after what is once Ilfon, kind of no longer a bother to them. And I think we don't have much more to ask. We'll catch up with our crew and with the state of our fort and what we're gonna do now that Shandra's gone. Let us mourn for now and just go ooh, 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 goodbye.